What a purty morning. Nice pretty blue skies, suns are coming up, fogs are raising up, treetops are laying down. Blew a hose yesterday at quitting time. It's an old power line cut, runs from here up over a couple hollers. They ain't got the power line in here no more. And I was using it as a skid road and staging a lot of wood down there. And all these oak tops is full of acorns, so I've been burying as much as I can. Well, not really pig piling, but just kind of keeping the ground from washing down in that old open ground down through there. And when I was doing that yesterday, I had a hose. This one here. Back when we was in Illinois, which was probably 2 months ago, I had bumped something and took that fitting and shoved it up underneath of the cylinder and on top of, shoved it on top of the boom. You can see where it had been up there so long. It had been rubbing there, and then it started eating the paint off right there. It'd been bent for a long time, and we was just buying time, waiting for it to go ahead and blow. Well, yesterday at quitting time, we was stockpiling because it was too wet. But yesterday at quitting time, I was sitting right here in this sub of buck blue, and it didn't blow bad, but it blew bad enough where I couldn't operate no more. I had to shut her down. But it was at the end of the day, so it didn't hurt nothing there as far as losing a lot of production. Had to get that hose changed this morning. We already had it on hand because we knew it was going to go. And that's, Wade said that fitting there is the type that we don't have, or it's either this one back here. We don't keep that in stock, and I guess Caterpillar ain't releasing it to the general public. I don't know what's all about that. But in order to get that sucker off, we ain't got the right tools. Whitey's not on the job. He's got it at the sawmill because the sawmill's broke down again. So we end up having to use some monkey wrenches and pipe wrenches and everything to get it in there. And didn't have the right wrench, but ended up having to take that whole hose off. So I'm scared to death now that I'd loosened that. It created an issue there with that O-ring, and I didn't have any extra O-rings to replace, not knowing what I was getting into. So I'm hoping this here ain't gonna become a problem. It's got oil on it, but I don't know if it's from where I cracked it to get in there to get a hold of that thing and loosen it or not. Hit this fitting here, I got a hold of it when we was down on that Boy Scout job. Boogered it up, ended up having to patch it to get through. I told him, whenever we go to replace that, instead of putting that hard line back on there, being this thing stays in the woods, you need as much flexibility as possible. So I told him just to make another fitting that you can tie into this, and then to where it's a quick connect or just a simple job, so you ain't got one long hose, you got two separate hoses, and make that a flexible line because it runs back down into here again to another flex line. I know it's nice to have a hard line on there, but as much brush and everything gets hung in this, it'd be nice to have as much flexible moving line as possible. Even back there, I'd like to see flex line, because there's times where you get up against the tree and you'll bump here or bump back there. That's what all the scratches are from, and you get to shoving them lines back. I know you ain't supposed to, but a lot of things you ain't supposed to do, but we still do. It just ain't meant to be in the woods. And these things here, I cannot believe I have not ripped them off there yet. I catch myself getting daggone stumps and busted off trees and tree tops and everything else wadded up inside them. I cannot believe I ain't ripped them off yet. I don't know what kind of fitting you call this thing. It's a quick connect, dude. You line that girl up with that boy and push up on her and it spits out the boy. They're breeding right now. Right now they're making a baby. And when you want her to go ahead and have her baby, you line her up with him and you give him a real quick and she spits out a boy. But that fitting here, it ain't worth a shit. It's leaking. It's got movement in it. I don't know what the heck is going on with it, but it just drips. It ain't a pour, but I mean, it's a drip to where it, on the head, just where you got to look at it all day and aggravate you. I'm just yik-yakking, letting her warm up a little bit, doing a little bit of checking the maintenance and everything. I got a daggone rivet missing. Looks like the bar got hot. Huh. I broke this thing off the other day. I'm telling you, I'm just beating the hell out of this. And look here. Pulled that son of a bitch out. Daggone it. I think there's another one. No, that's just the only one. I knew where I'd done it. I went to go and pull a damn red oak to me, and the head was facing away from me, this box, and I was using the horn as leverage to pull it to me, and I heard that son of a buck hit the stump on the backside, and I heard it all pop. Just ain't billow built. I want to get off here and slowly get my way down to my next patch of timber, so y'all be good.